Alright, example 5. The area of a circle is 72 square millimeters. Find the radius of the circle to the nearest millimeter. So this is what I was talking about up here with the square root button. We're going to step through it. The area of a circle is 72 square millimeters. So here's this whole thing. Area equals 72 millimeters squared. Find the radius of the circle to the nearest millimeter. So we're going to use our area formula, which is pi r squared. I'm going to substitute in what I know. I know the area is 72. Pi is 3.14. The radius I don't know. That's what we have to find, the radius, and it's radius squared. Okay, now the first thing we're going to do in this is we have to get r by itself. Now we haven't solved any squared kind of problems yet, so follow along carefully and we'll practice some more later down here below. So first thing we're going to do is divide by 3.14. We want to get that coefficient to go away. It's kind of like order of operations backwards. That's going to cancel this out. 72 divided by 3.14. Again, this is where some rounding errors are going to come in. I want you to round to 2 decimal places. So when I divide 72 by 3.14, I get 22.93. It's actually 92993631, but rounded to 2 decimal places. And that's going to equal r squared. Now to get r squared to just become r, the way to get rid of that squared is to take the square root of it. Those are inverses. So this is our first kind of like lesson in square roots. I'm going to take the square root of this side, and if I do it just like we do with equations, if you do it on one side, you have to do it on the other side. So now my squared and my square root cancel everything out. That goes away and r falls down. And now I just need to take the square root of 22.93. So again, find your second button and the square root. On your screen you should get something that probably shows up. If this were your screen, it should look like a little square root with a parenthesis so that you're ready to type that in. 22.93. I get 4.788527958. It says to the nearest millimeter, so this is going to be 5 because it's going to round up from 4.7 to 5 millimeters. And that's all there is to it. Alright, let's try example 5. You try finding the unknown measures rounding to the nearest whole number. So here they're giving us the area, they want us to find the radius. So a similar concept, area equals pi r squared. I'm going to fill in 1,567 for my area. Pi is 3.14. My radius I don't know, so it's r squared. So the first thing is to divide by 3.14. 3.14. Those cancel. R squared comes down. 1,567 divided by 3.14 is 499.04. So we're going to say 499.04. Now I need to get, I said 2 decimal places, so that's how I got to that value. I want to get this r squared to be by itself. So let me write that neater. This is 499.04 equals r squared. The only way to get that r squared to become just r is to do the inverse operation, which is to take the square root. So I'm going to do that on both sides. That's going to cancel my r and r squared. Just like multiplying cancels dividing and dividing cancels multiplying, same thing here. So I'm going to do the square root of 499.04. And again, depending on how you type it into the calculator, you may get off by a little bit, but it shouldn't be too much. I find my answer is 22, and we're talking about inches, so that's the thing. Make sure it makes sense. Yep, it's a smaller value. We're on the right track. 2 more. Letter B, the area is 59 feet square. They want us to find the diameter. So area equals pi r squared. Now there's only one formula for area, so you can't just change it like you could circumference. Area is 59, pi is 3.14, and the radius is squared. I'm going to divide by 3.14 to start things off. That cancels, r squared comes down. 59 divided by 3.14 is 18.789, but we want to round it to 2 decimal places when we're in the problem, solving it in the problem. I get 18.79 because that 9 that's in the thousands place is going to round the 8 up to a 9. And now we can just do our square root. So I'm going to take the square root of both sides. That cancels this side out. The square root of 18.79 is going to be 4.33, but they want it to the nearest whole number. So my radius on this problem is r is equal to 4. And we're talking about feet. Alrighty, last one. The area here, oh, actually I'm glad we looked at that. They wanted us not only find the radius, they wanted us to find the diameter. So although we did find the radius, we did all of this perfect, check, 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 check. We have to go back and see what they're asking us to solve for, which is the diameter. So if radius is 4, diameter is 8. Just like that. Okay? Alright, now the last one. Area is 197 centimeters squared. Pi r squared. Area is 197. Pi is 3.14. Radius we don't know. Squared, so I'm going to start by dividing by 3.14. Those cancel. 197 divided by 3.14 is 62.74 rounded. 62.74 is equal to r squared. I'm going to take the square root of both sides to get r by itself. Those cancel. And the square root of 62.74 is 7.92, which will round up to 8. So my radius is equal to 8 centimeters. And just like the other problem, stay on top of it because they aren't asking us for what the radius is, they're asking us for the diameter. So if the radius is 8, the diameter is 16 centimeters. Okay? Try the homework that's listed on the board. We'll go over all of this tomorrow and answer any questions. But if you are stuck, rewatch this on your own time or check the book out. They have it stepped out there as well. Okay? Great job, guys. Thanks so much. Have a good one. Bye-bye.